Honest students, is my voice is loud and clear? Okay, done. Okay, guys. So let's start the session. And before starting the session, again, there is one announcement. Okay. So tomorrow we are going to have one more time hackathon. Okay. So tomorrow you are going to do the hackathon using the Power BI. Using Power BI. It is not using the Python. It is Power BI plus Python. It's a combination of both of them. So earlier you have worked with only Python. Now it is a combination of Python plus Power BI. And this hackathon, okay, that is tomorrow, the date is 17th. Okay, 17th, you are going to have the hackathon related to both Python plus Power BI. So tomorrow, this time it will not be delayed, guys. Tomorrow, 100% it will be added at 9 a.m. Surely it is going to be added at 9 a.m. because the hackathon is going to be conducted for you and along with the other batch also. So for all the batches, okay, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay, tomorrow the timings of hackathon is this one and IST 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. IST. So tomorrow it is going to be, and I'm going to share you the data and what you have to do. Business problem understanding. For business problem understanding, not required Python, not required Power BI. Now, second step is called as data understanding. To understand each and every column name, Python not required, Power BI not required. Okay. These two, we required only the common sense, our general common sense and English language. So these two doesn't require the Python or these two doesn't require the Power BI. Data exploration. You are going to do the data exploration now. This you are going to do using the Python. You have to do using Python. Point number one. Point number two. Second, you are going to do data cleaning and you have to do the data cleaning using Python. Next, data analysis and data visualization. These two you have to do with the Power BI. Data analysis you have to do using the Power BI and also data visualization. What are the plots are there? It has to be done using the Power BI. So these are the two things you have to do using the Power BI. Two things you have to do using the Python. So it's a combination of Python plus Power BI. Tomorrow's hackathon, whatever you are going to do. Okay. If you are having the time, then only you do. Otherwise, if it is difficult, miss, just ignore. And sorry. Yes, common. What are the observations in the Jupyter notebook? You are going to write the observations. And for these two, what are the observations you are going to have? All the observations you have to share me in the notepad. Okay. For last two, what are the Power BI observations you are going to do, right? Notepad. In the all the observations, write in the notepad. For one, you will get one observation. Write that one in the notepad. Observations in notepad. Next, most importantly, next one, we are going to have next hackathon on 24th, that is next Saturday. One more. And this is going to be also same from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. IST. Once again, it is also going to be the same 24th Saturday. And this is more important. Why? Because this hackathon is going to be exclusive on the Power BI. Only Power BI. So you have to do the entire data cleaning, data exploration, everything in the Power BI only. And for this, what is the special of this one means? So on 24th, what are the hackathon? One more you are going to do. Here, entire things you are going to do using the Power BI. I will share the data also in the SQL. So you have to connect the data from the SQL and you have to do that entire project in the Power BI. Not only this, and whatever the things are completed, next day you have to do the presentation to me in the class. In your regular class timing, we are going to have the presentation by the top students. Whoever has done this hackathon very clearly and very nice, and From that, I'm going to shortlist some of them. Shortlist some students. And whoever has shortlisted, for those people, you have to do the presentation in front of me in the regular class. And once your presentation was completed, whoever the students has done very good amount of presentation, for those students, I'm going to sponsor your Microsoft certification in Power BI. I will pay the money for you. I will sponsor this hackathon is a, okay, this hackathon is a, with respect to having the reward. Till now, these two hackathons and past hackathon, whatever you have done, and tomorrow's hackathon is not having any kind of reward, but upcoming hackathon is going to have the reward also. So you have to have a practice and you have to win this Microsoft certification as a sponsor. I'm going to sponsor for you. What are the Microsoft certification is there in Power BI, that is as a data analyst. Okay. So I'm going to sponsor for that. So by before 23rd, that is 24th this one, na? By 23rd, we will complete the entire Power BI. By 23rd, we'll complete the entire Power BI along with the not only normal Power BI classes, along with the Microsoft certification related content is there, right? That content also will be completed before. Okay. Before on or before 23rd, entire Power BI along with the Microsoft certification, because Microsoft certification only it will take extra 1 or 2 classes. And here I'll share you some sample questions, around 200 questions I'm going to share you. And these 200 questions along with that Microsoft certification and everything, I will explain for you how to take and how to register. So here I will explain for you the content, what are the contents are there. I will revise all the concepts related to that contents, and I will share you the sample questions. What are the sample questions are required, and also I will explain how to register and how to pay. Okay, on or before 23rd it will be completed. 24th we are going to have the hackathon, and in this hackathon whoever has performed very well and who has presented to me. See, hackathon when you are doing on your own. Okay, so here when you are doing the hackathon on your own, it is an open book exam. You may copy from the chat GPT also, but presentation from where you will copy. Okay, and in the presentation I will ask my questions now. My questions I will ask, right? Those questions will be interview questions, my project questions. Once I share any project to any student in my company, how I will ask the questions in my company, same way I will ask the questions. It is some kind of real-time experience for you. Okay, and this presentation, what are the presentation is going to be, that too in the class in the regular hours from 7:30 to 9, what are your regular class hours is there, in that only it will be there, and you are going to present very clearly to other students also, and others will ask the doubts, and including me, I will also ask the doubts, others also will ask the doubts. And if you are able to answer very clearly and your presentation is very nice and how you are doing that one means, then automatically I'm going to sponsor for you the Microsoft certification. Because if you have done this one very good means, okay, presentation you have done before to that hackathon you have done on your own, presentation is very nice means, here itself you fix 100% you'll get the job blindly, no doubt. Fix. I'm guarantee for you. Literally, I'm guarantee. Next month, by the same time, you will get the job. 24th, this is May, right? 24th May, this hackathon will be completed. 24th June, you will be in the company. Remember this one. Right? So whoever the students are doing a very good presentation to me, 100% you will get the job. For you, just I'm adding one more. To highlight your resume, I'm adding the Microsoft certification, and which is cost of around 5,000 rupees approximately. I don't know exact number. What is the number? Including the GST, I will only pay. Including the GST. What are the 1 rupee paisa? Including the paisa also, I will only pay. Your entire fee, I will pay. Okay, for the students who are doing very good. This is from my end. Okay. So for next week, you have to prepare very well, miss. This week only, you have to do this. As one of the student is saying that it is $186 plus tax. What are the fees? It is $180 or $1,000 also I will only pay. Okay. Done. What are the number? But as per the Indian currency, it is less only, right? Don't worry. Swapna, if you have won that one miss, 100% I will pay for you in the USD only. If Indian student has one miss, I am lucky person. If you have one miss, then also I am okay. In that case also I am okay. Okay, not a problem. Right? Here for me, that is not important. Making the competitive spirit between the students and making other students also to win this one, that is more important for me. Every person is equally important for me. No difference between US and India. Right? Is the points are clear, guys? Now, so next week, this is going to be. So I'm giving one almost 8 days advance before to you for your preparation and everything. And this one is going to be practice for you because data analysis and data visualization you are going to do in the Power BI. It is going to be a practice for you. If you do tomorrow, it will be advantage for you. And tomorrow, what are the data set I'm going to share? That data set will consist of approximately 40,000 records. It is a one of the good amount of size of data set, which is again you are going to have a real-time experience. And this one, it is a combination of both Python and Power BI. So a combination also we will have. In the interview, they'll ask, have you worked any combinations or anything? Exclusively only Power BI or anything are you having idea, miss? Exclusively Python you have worked, exclusively Power BI you are going to work. A combination of both of them also you are going to work. Okay. So here you are going to get the data. If possible, I'm not sure on this, but because time is very less now, if possible, 99.9999%, I'll share here also SQL file only for you. So that SQL file, whatever I have shared to you, first you have to load that one in the within the SQL, MySQL database. First you have to load. You know how to load by using the source. And once it has went into your local host, from that you have to connect to the Python. You know how to connect to the Python. And in the Python, you have to do the data cleaning. And once the cleaning was completed, the clean data, you have to convert to Excel. The clean data, what are the cleaned DF is there now? Convert this one to Excel sheet. And that Excel sheet, finally, you load that one in the Power BI. Point is clear? SQL to Python, Python to Power BI, finally. Point is clear, guys. Clean data you have to store in the Excel, and that Excel you have to load into the Power BI, and you have to work. If possible, I'll share you the SQL file. Otherwise, I'll share directly Excel sheet with this unclean data. It is not clean data, it is unclean data. You only have to apply the logic why you are deleting that one or why you are replacing. You only have to apply the logic clearly and you only have to do. This is one more test for you. Is that clear? And observations you are going to send me in the notepad. And for next week also, 1 week before only I'm intimating now. So obviously you have to do very good in this. So I'm going to sponsor for you. Right, guys? Done. Next, coming to next one. So that I want maximum number of students to actively participate in that. And so if your friend is participating and they are doing very effectively, means obviously to cross them, you will also do more effectively. When you are trying to do more effectively, automatically subject will improve. Now, I will explain the steps in the data analytics project. As already you know, business problem understanding, data understanding, data cleaning, data analysis. Data analysis means it's a combination of data analysis plus data visualization. Both of them in the same step only. Separately, data visualization step is not there. In the data analysis only, data visualization is also part. And finally, you are going to have the presentation. Now, presentation, how you have to do this presentation? Okay, so presentation you have to make as simple as others will understand your points. without using any kind of technical words, as simple as possible. Sir, what is meant by technical words? For example, you are going to say me, sir, I have applied the scatter plot and I observed the relation between these two variables and they are directly proportional. You are going to say like this, I applied the scatter plot. I will understand because I know scatter plot. Now, other person who don't know anything. Now for that presentation, what I am going to do means on that day, I'll bring other batch students. Newly joined in Naresh IT students will be there, right? Those people I will bring. They don't know anything. For them, what is scatter plot, what is box plot, what is histogram, they don't know anything. They don't know what is analysis also. I'll bring those students. Now in those students, you have to explain for the first time. Now for those students, if you say the scatter plot, they don't know that one. For example, see, I'm going to say the sentence like this. From scatter plot, okay, from scatter plot, after applying the scatter plot, instead of saying like this, I applied scatter plot, and in that I'm having total bill as total bill is, what are the total bill is there? Total bill is directly proportional to tip. As total bill increases, tip increases. Directly proportional to each other. I applied scatter plot, and after applying the scatter plot, I have observed. Okay, I have observed. I have observed. As total bill is directly proportional to tip. You should not use this one. No, this is a wrong statement. We cannot use like this. Then what we have to do? Simply we have to say, without using the word called as scatter plot, we have to say from this, you have to show the scatter plot, but you should not use that word called as scatter plot. Just you have to show that one, and you have to say from this, as total bill increases, tip increases. Simple. Matter is same only, right? Above sentence and below sentence both are same only. But in the above sentence, high technical words are there. High means nothing but scatter plot word and directly proportional word. Directly proportional means what is the meaning? One is increasing means other is also increasing. One is decreasing means other is decreasing, is called as directly proportional. Inverse means one is increasing, other is decreasing, is called as inverse proportional. But without using that word also, here I am making them more simple. From this, as total bill increases, tip also increases. What are the tip is there? Tip increases. That's it. Like this you have to present, assuming the other person don't know anything. For your simple way to your knowledge, sir, while explaining, to whom I have to keep in my mind? Simple words you tell, sir. Miss, very simple. Assume you are explaining to the admin, Naresh IT admin. For Naresh IT admin, if you say that, sir, this is the box plot. In the box plot, I have observed the outliers, means admin will understand. Now give a try after the class to tell to the admin, sir, in the class, SRK sir has told box plot and he has not uploaded the notes. Ask the SRK sir to upload the box plot notes. Say like this to admin. But admin, what he will say to me, you know, sir, something you have forgot, it seems, please upload that one. They'll simply say like this. They'll not even use that word called as box plot. Because they'll not understand that. Something you have forgot, it seems, sir, please upload. They'll say like this to me. If you say something to admin. So to admin also they have to understand. Your each word admin also has to understand. In that way you have to present. Basically admin, Naresh IT admin, whoever is Naresh IT admin is there, all the Naresh IT admins are not having the technical knowledge in data analytics. No technical knowledge for them. No technical knowledge. They don't know what is the internal content. What is meant by box plot, what is meant by outliers, what is meant by mean. They don't know what is mean, but if you say average, they know. But if you use the word called as mean, again they don't know. If you say median, they don't know. Give a try. Minimum value, they know, because that is basic English. It is not a statistical parameter. It is a basic English. Minimum value, maximum value. Again, you use the range. It is a doubt. Standard deviation, 100% no guarantee. They don't know. No doubt in that. They don't know. Give a try if you are interested. So they are not having any kind of technical knowledge. Zero technical knowledge. For these people, we have to explain. How much simply you are going to explain. And I will ask these people. I assume one of the admin I will bring into the class. And I'll ask him to sit in the class. Explain for him. At the end, I'll ask admin the questions, not you. I'll ask admin. Sir, he has explained something now. What you have understood? Sir, that person has told something, sir. Nothing, sir. If admin says like this, means your presentation is waste. No, sir, he has presented that one. No, sir. Very nice. He also told like that, means. So such a simple should be there. That is presentation basically meaning. How much simplification you will make to others, that is more important. Okay. Now, if you remember on the day one, okay, once you are joining in Naresh IT, on the day one of Naresh IT, you are in the Naresh IT on the day one. Let me make in a live example for you. You are on the day one. On the day one, if I say some NumPy, Pandas, and in the Power Query Editor and Power BI Desktop, like this, if I use the technical words, whether you'll understand on the day one? No. And if I say that some statistical parameters we are going to discuss, outliers, z-score, and multiple plots we are going to discuss. Do you remember one stock market related PPT also I have open? On the day one also I have open, but you have not understood. But later when I have opened, you understood that all these plots are which we have discussed in the class only. Right? Now on the day one, when the students are sitting in front of me, they don't know what are the technical words. What they want is only one. Job is available or not available after the course. How many days this course? What are the contents we are going to discuss? How many days? How many days? And how many projects we are going to do? How many classes we are going to spend for Python? How many classes for SQL? How many classes for Power BI? And how many classes for each of them? And how many projects we are going to do? And how many days is the course? And at the end, we'll get the job. Only this one is important for them on the day one. If I on the day one, if I say, guys, we are going to spend on the pandas, using the pandas only cleaning will be done, data exploration will be done, miss, they'll see my face like this. What is data exploration? Sir is saying something. They don't know what is data exploration. They don't know what is meant by data cleaning now. Maybe data cleaning means just you are modifying something. They may understand like that. But internally outliers word, wrong data type. If I use like this, no. If I use stacked bar plot on the day one, guys, this is called a stacked bar plot. And this is more important to analyze the data. If I say, students will see my face like that only. But they know internally, I know internally, they are not understanding anything. But I am speaking something. What they required on the day one is this one. Now you require this one on the day, this day? No. This day what you require is data sets and projects. How many projects you have to practice, from where we can get the data sets and how we can apply the logics, and more number of logics how to develop. That is your requirement as of today's stage. So for today's stage, we have to present in that way. For that particular day, that stage, we have to present in that way. So here what we have to understand means audience. Who is the audience listening to us? First, we have to know the audience, type of the audience. And according to the type of the audience, we have to do the presentation very simple manner. This is more important. According to the type of audience. If you are presenting to me, I know what is scatter plot. If you say me, sir, I applied the stacked bar plot, means I'll understand. But the same stacked bar plot, If you explain to admin, he'll understand. No. For admin, then what you have to tell? Stacked bar plot we should not use. Then what we have to tell means from this, simply show the plot, and from this we observed. What you are observed, that one only you have to tell. Without, don't use the scatter plot. But scatter plot will be the scatter plot only. Bar plot will be bar plot only. Bar plot you keep as it is. Keep the diagram as it is. But while speaking with your mouth, you have to say from this we have observed this one. For example, in the last class, what are we have done? If I have to do the presentation, okay, just I'm going to click on the Power BI. This presentation only is more important. How much work you are doing now, if you are unable to present properly, your entire work is going to be zero. I'm having very high talent, assume, in data analytics. But on the day one, when I'm explaining to the students, every student is sleeping or every student is not understanding, whether I'll get the job as trainer in Naresh item is, though I'm having the talent also, there will be no use. So having talent is one step, miss presenting that one properly to others. Convincing others with our work is more important. Now, here when I'm showing that work, okay, so here when I'm showing this one, how I'm going to present this one means I will not explain, sir, here I have taken the bar plot. I will not use the bar plot, but I will keep the mouse here and I will say that I have observed. Okay, simply I will say that I have observed, and within the segment, consumer segment is making more amount of sales, along with the profit also consumer segment is making the more amount of profit. I will not say that it is a bar plot, it is a table, but I'll keep the mouse here and I will say that consumer segment is making the more amount of sales when compared to home office or corporate. And the state top 10, what are the top states means these are the states. California is having the more amount of sales. I will not tell how I have applied that one. Table in the top 5 I have selected nothing. Just I'll show this plot and I'll say that out of total number of states, California is making very high, and next followed by with respect to these other states in the order which are making the more amount of sales. And when it comes to the this one, I'll say that region wise. Okay, when I have observed region wise, it was shown that western region has made more amount of sales. At the same time, profit also from west region, and within the west region we are having the top states as California and Washington, like this. So just I'm going to say whatever I have observed, I'm going to say in this way. And within the California, again, this Los Angeles is making with the more amount of sales, followed by San Francisco. So just I'm going to say something like this. I'll highlight the top one and bottom one. These many states, cities are there, means every city name I'll not read now. Other person will get bored. Which state is making more amount of sales at the same time in that any city, or strong city, weak city. Strong means it has given you the more profit. Weak means where we have to focus. This is the weak city. Okay, now I'll understand. Okay, in this city we are making the low amount of sales, right? Who is the manager there? So sales is very less and this one is very less, means why to have some office in that area? Unnecessarily expenditure is very high. So we are going to focus on the high and low majorly. If almost similar means top 5 states and bottom 5 states. So top states are, these are the states, and this state is making very low. Okay, now you are having the sales and profit. Sale is there, profit is there, means what is the remaining balance is called as expenditure. Now we have to create a new column called as expenditure, and you have to show that, sir, some areas than profit, expenditure will be more. Expenditure is more means unnecessarily waste now. So they are going to focus how to reduce the expenditure. Point is clear? Now, how to reduce the expenditure? For example, my office is there. My office present, I am paying some rent, okay, along with the salaries. And I'm making 1 lakh profit. Okay, every month I'm making 1 lakh profit, out of which I'm paying the rent and salaries around 90,000. Okay, my revenue only 1 lakh. Revenue, not profit. Revenue 1 lakh. In that revenue, 90,000 I'm spending for the expenditure, including the room, rent, current bill, and infrastructure, along with the salary. 90,000 I'm spending. Now, what is the profit amount I'm making? Miss 10,000 rupees. Now, I want to improve the profit amount. Now, how to improve my profit amount? Means one, I have to either increase the sales. My revenue I have to increase, means I have to get one more project. That is one way. Or what are the present one is there, I have to reduce the expenditure. These are the two options. Okay. So here revenue, what are the revenue I have made? So I'm writing here, what are the revenue in my office as of today? I'm making a revenue of 1 lakh per month. This is revenue. And in that expenditure, what are the expenditure I'm doing? The expenditure is almost 90,000. Now, what are the balance I'm getting is 10,000 rupees profit. So in this example, they have given us revenue, that is sum of the sales is nothing but revenue, profit they have given. Expenditure, balance is expenditure, right? Revenue is equal to expenditure plus profit. Now, we are having the revenue and profit, then how to calculate expenditure? Revenue minus profit is called as expenditure, right? Now, so here I'm making this one. Now tell me how to improve my profit in my company means. What are the options? Either I have to improve the revenue. Instead of already expenditure is locked and everything means, I have to improve the revenue here. 1,50,000 revenue if I make, automatically it will lead to the more profit here. If expenditure is constant. No. What is the second option? Now I can't increase the revenue, but I want a more profit. Then what I have to do? Reduce the expenditure. For reducing the expenditure, we are going to have in what areas we are getting the expenditure. One is expenditure. In expenditure, what are the options are there? In my office expenditure, I am spending the room rent, some rent. I am spending my office rent. What are the office rent? And what are the current electricity or infrastructure? Simply to say infra. Okay, it includes the current bill or AC or anything. What are the maintenance? Infra is simply to say maintenance, complete maintenance, and along with the salaries. Now, rent is locked. Assume, let's take an example. Rent is around 20,000 or 30,000, something like this. My infrastructure monthly cost is around 5,000 rupees. And salaries, what are I'm paying for the people? Let's take balance. 35 out of 90, 35 is completed now. Balance, how much is there? 55. 55,000 salaries. Assume this is the case. Now I want the more profit means out of these three, I have to reduce one. Infrastructure, I can't do anything. Electricity bill is not in my hand. I can't switch off the lights. Guys, please switch off the light for every 1 minute. I can't say like that, right? That will be very silly. So I can't do this one. Now either I have to move on the salaries or on the rent. Now, if I am able to get same size of space somewhere else with less of rent, 15,000 rent, then what I'm going to do? I will relocate to that position and I will increase the profit to 25,000 like this. So that my expenditure will be brought to 75,000. One is reducing the rent. This is one option. What is the second option means? If the rent is constant, I can't do anything in the rent means here in the salaries I have to reduce. Means layoff. The companies will do only this. Any company will do this one only. When there is a constant revenue, when there is no increase in the revenue, but profit is very less, when they can't increase the revenue, to improve the profits, what the companies will do generally means they will reduce this salary amount. By doing the cost cutting, the name is called as cost cutting. In simple other words is called as layoffs. they will use the word called as cost cutting. Cost cutting means expenditure cutting, cutting the expenditure amount. Now all these things you have to know means first you should know which areas we are spending more and which one we are getting more and all these things. Here what is the profit amount I am making from the revenue means 10%. If I feel 10% is a good amount in my revenue, 10% I am making a good amount means okay. But for my revenue, what are the works we are doing? 10% is not sufficient. I require the 20% at least. Means then I'll start thinking about the how to reduce the expenditure. That you have to show, right? How you can show that one? Here you have to create a column. What you have to do? Column you have to create called as expenditure 1. Second, whatever the profit you have made, profit from the overall revenue. What is the percentage of profit in the revenue? And if the percentage wise you have to show how much percentage you are making from the sales from the using the profit, which categories or which areas or which segment or which subcategories, like that we are going to see the percentage, right? Now for example, I have got the revenue of 1 lakh and in that expenditure was 50,000, and if I am making the 50,000 profit, now I will think on the cost cutting. 50% is a very good amount. Okay, whatever you have invested in that 50% you are getting means very good amount. Sir, how you decide very good amount or bad amount? It depends on the GDP and inflation values. In India, as of now, what are the GDP or what are the inflation if you consider out of these two, whichever is highest? So in India, 7 to 7.5%. So simply to say, your fixed deposits will be there, right? Bank fixed deposits. What are the bank fixed deposit amount is there na? For that, just add the 5%. Or some cases, even bank fixed deposit also is considered as good amount. Otherwise, why to work unnecessarily? Keep that money in the bank only na. Without working also, we'll get the same money, right? For example, if I'm making only 5% profit, I have to work and I have to get 5%. Without working, keeping that money in bank, I will get the 5%, right? Why to unnecessarily work? Time waste also, right? Point is clear. If I am having 1 lakh rupees with me and I am making a profit of 5,000 rupees, bank also will give 7,500 minimum. After working, I am making a bank will give this one 7,500. 7,500 bank itself will give without working anything. Just if I give my money, it will give 7,500. Now I am making a profit of 5,000 miss. Which is best? That one is best or this one is best? Bank only is best, na? Why to work? Why to get that money? Simply keep that money in the bank only. Safe, right? So minimum, you have to cross more than the bank amount, right? More than the minimum without working, you have to get more, right? Any person in India has to work minimum for 12.5% of profit. 12% profit they'll work. Almost. Because in the bank only they will get the 7.5 to 8%. So minimum they'll work with the 12% profit. So that one we have to calculate. That is India. In US it is close to 4.5. It is not even 7.5, it is 4.5. Okay, for them it is 4.5. In Russia it is almost 17.5. As of today, in Russia it is 17.5 bank fixed deposits within the Russia. So it all depends country to country, right? So Swapna only has to tell in the US banks what is the present interest rates are going on, right? So what are the number, right? Here the point is very simple. Percentage of profit. Point is very simple, is percentage of profit. How you calculate that percentage of profit means you have to create one more column. That is only called as data analysis. You have to create a column called as expenditure. You have to create a column called as percentage of profit and everything. And which state is making less percentage of profit, which state is giving more percentage of profit and everything. And which is loss making cities, which are profit making cities. Like this, we have to observe everything and finally we have to do the presentation. Points are clear? Now, tomorrow you are going to work on the data set. What are I'm going to share it to you. Right? For that, data cleaning has to be done in the Python and followed by data analysis you have to do in the Power BI. That is tomorrow's. Is that clear, everyone? You can choose anything as per your choice. Whichever you feel correct. Okay, this is your presentation, right? You will keep something, but you are unable to speak means what is the use? For what purpose you have created? You only know, na? I have created this size of classroom. Naresh sir has created this size of classroom. In his mind, why he has kept the wall at the 10 only? Why he has not created this one here? Why he has moved up to there? He can even bring the this one to between now, na? Why this much of depth he required? Means in his mind, he has felt that at least 50 students has to be accompanied in this classroom. So he has created a classroom for 50 students. He has created one more classroom for 10 students or 15 students. If student strength is very high, size of the classroom should be big. So like that, based on the requirement. So you have created this box, I mean one table you have created like this. Means for what purpose it was created, you only know. What you have observed, you only know. When you present that one, we'll understand. If you don't present and simply if you keep the box like this in front of us, there'll be no use. When you keep one box in front of us, you have to explain for that. What is the use of that? Okay, very good presentation has to be done. Right, guys? So here, if you are having any questions related to the what are we have completed till now, okay, what are the things we have covered till now? In that, just if you are having any kind of questions, you can please ask. What are the questions you are having? So that tomorrow's hackathon you are going to do very well. So that is the today's session. So just prepare all the data analysis along with the data visualization. Now, what are the cross tab? Cross tab, multiple variables cross tab also you are going to apply, right? Multivariate analysis when you are doing, you can use the cross tab on the multivariate also. Not only two discrete variables, you can choose multivariables. So now what are the cross tab you are applying on the multivariables? That one you apply on the matrix. That is matrix, nothing but indirectly here it is called as matrix. There in the Python, what are the plots are available? Every plot is available in the Power BI. Cross tab and group by. Group by also available in the Power BI. And you are going to group the data. Obviously, when you drag that one and when you separate it by legend, automatically it will be separated by group by only. By default, it will apply the group by. Legend means only group by. Is the points are clear, guys? So if you are having any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave. And we can have the hackathon tomorrow. Prepare for that. And that is the end of the session for today. Okay. Yes, just you can save this one. What are the Power BI? Once you have completed, it may complete in a single one. You may take multiple pages. It may take in the multiple pages also. At the end, finally click on the save as. Once you click on the save as, okay, and you are going to save somewhere, you give the name. Okay, like srk dot this one, and I'm going to keep on the desktop. Click on the save. Now on the desktop, you can find srk.pvix. This file you have to share it to me. And while presentation also, you don't need to bring your laptops. What are the file you are going to share to my mail? I'll open my mail only in the class. So directly I will open this Power BI. What are the file you have shared? I will open this Power BI. Directly you can do the presentation. You don't need to bring the laptop. Just whatever you want to share it to me, send into the mail. And keep open everything and do the presentation. A good presentation. Okay. So for tomorrow's one, presentation is required, miss. So tomorrow's one, I'm not going to have the presentation. Tomorrow's you are going to have only the work. And Monday you will continue with the regular class, and in the Power BI we are going to see the how to do the data cleaning in Power BI. So it will take around 2 to 3 sessions. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 sessions we are focusing on the Power Query. Thursday we'll focus on the complete project using the Power BI. Complete all the steps using the Power BI. Once all the steps are clear, then we'll go with the Microsoft certification in one day, followed by hackathon in one day. That is going to be the next week. Okay. So next week we are going to discuss 3 sessions. First 3 sessions are going to be more important. Once you do this hackathon na, and tomorrow you are going to do the data cleaning, right? It will be very easy. If possible, same data set we will load in the Power BI, and same data cleaning whatever you have done in the Python, I'll show the same data cleaning how you have to do in the Power BI. Mostly all the different types of worst data I will try to include in the data cleaning of this one. All types of problems. I will try to keep maximum number of problems in the data. Right? Done. If you are having any questions, please ask. What are the questions you are having? If no questions, you can leave. Done? Yeah. Others, you can leave. Would you please explain 100% area stack area chart again? What is the difference between normal area chart versus 100% means area chart will give the numbers, 100% area chart will give the percentage. Only difference is percentage. It will add the percentage. What are the numbers are represented? Instead of saying the number directly, it will give the percentage of that number. Done? First we'll complete the end-to-end project only. Connector is not working. To Power BI it is not working. Okay. Done. Sure. We'll discuss once. Done, guys. Thank you. And we'll continue in the Monday. Yeah, Bindu, we'll discuss that. I think HD also you asked that same question, right? Done. Yeah, Bindu, we'll discuss. Okay.